วัสดีครับสวัสดี Good morning, everybody. Sawadee Cup. Sawadee Ton Chow. I'm just taking you guys on a little walk. The morning walk I take. Instead of sitting at Starbucks or at home or maybe going somewhere across town. This is I think it's an ice plant. What day? I think it's an ice plant, that place. In this hotel, this building is a hotel. It is, I'm gonna say, I believe it's a short time hotel as well. And the reason is because this place across the street, this dilapidated building here, used to be a massage parlor, as you can see by the sign, and the sign in Thai says Nuad. They have completely gutted the place. When I first got here, it was called Santa. When I first moved to this area, I don't know if this is everything from, this might be everything from inside the place, I don't know. But the people are out looking around for stuff they might need or they can use. Always got a flat. Sawadee Cup. Something like 87% humidity right now. It's not that hot. It's 81 degrees, but it's hot enough. Looks like they're moving out too. Lots of places shut down or shutting down. I've always meant to eat at this hot duck place, and I never come here. Whoa, whoa, whoa. What the hell? You scared the hell out of me here. So today I'm going to go over to my favorite coffee place at the park. I'm just taking a different route. Oh, this is a printer right here. See, it says Rong Pim on the sign. Rong Pim, which means printer. So it's a print shop. So this, yeah, I don't know if I'd call it the mean streets, this place, but you know, anything can happen on a split second. Got a little Kalman guy, Quitio. And across the street, for those of you who have been watching for many years, this used to be Happy Land Market, and it's been knocked down now for, I don't know, 4 or 5 years. And they've just let it go into, they just let the weeds take over. Supposedly they're going to make a condo here, but you know what happens here is maybe they're waiting for financing, maybe they're waiting to close the deal, maybe they don't want to do it right now. But this was a nice, I wouldn't say nice, but it was a very useful market because it's on the main road that you can take a songtao into many of the villages. So people would come here, they would get, you know, a bag or two of fruit and vegetables. I used to get coconuts. I'd get a 10-pack of coconuts for 150 baht. Now that would be about 300 baht, 350 baht. And then you could just, right up ahead, you could jump on the songtao. Maybe I'll go the back route. Nah, I think this will be a better view to go straight. And straight ahead is the Mall Bangkok. If you go through here, which is what I was contemplating, I can go up here, take a quick right, and then go behind Tesco over here, and come out at Bangkok Market. Anybody sees a foreigner, any Thai sees a foreigner here with a camera, especially the taxi drivers, they all want to say hello or be Wadi. Very friendly. And you can see up ahead, there's a monk on his morning alm. Making the rounds. I'm gonna put my mask back up. Happy Land Center. And you can see up ahead to the right, there's all kinds of vans, ruk-tus and songtaos. Whoops. Really, the only place that you can get into here is the coffee shop up to the right, the Cafe Amazon, which I think they open at 6:30, but I don't know about now. I haven't gone there in a long time. Sawadee to everyone. Good morning. Man, I'm already sweating. .30 I've walked, about 30 minutes. And the stream's been going about 15, but I've been walking for about 30, maybe 35 minutes. I'm sweating my ass off already. All right, so any halfway decent size taxi stand will usually have a TV up, and on the weekends you see the drivers are all watching the Muay Thai fights from wherever it might be on a particular day. They watch soap operas, they watch all kinds of stuff. We'll walk right through here. Right now we're on Happy Street because it's a Sunday morning. It's a nice, warm, lovely day. Who wouldn't be happy? I think I can get through here. Just take a little shortcut. This place doesn't really get going until around 11 or 12. My caffeine levels are dangerously low. I haven't had a coffee yet. Good thing about Bangkok is that there's plenty of coffee shops. Just right now I'm in a place where there's not very many of them. Although up ahead there should be one or two or more. There's a 7-Eleven, but I'm gonna wait. You can see now that the SkyTrain is showing some signs of progress. Smells good here. It's a fried pork. Smells really good. They got the nice sausage. Got the pork over there. It's all pork. It smells so good. Want SIM cards? You want phone time? Lottery tickets? Let me see here. Whoops, hang on. Yeah, that'll work. Yeah, doesn't that look lovely? Let's go swimming. Man, how am I gonna do this? See this? You want to try not to walk on stuff like that. I know so many people that have fallen through things like that, little grates, metal grates. Coming along slowly but surely. Whew, man, it is hot. What's new? $2 for those flip-flops. $3 for a shirt. These guys are at it here on a Sunday. I gotta fix this, hang on. Yeah, that's not the right, that's not gonna do it. There we go. I don't know if they're working today or they're just trying to set up their little headquarters. Well, let me fix this real quick. The good thing is now you can see over here that they've got the place, they've got the place here that's going to connect up with up here. It's coming together. You see? Oh, I don't know. They got to be 20, 30 years old. They keep them, you know, they keep them in the place over where I was walking before at the very beginning. They're a place that they take the buses and they just completely rebuild them. For the transportation department. There's always construction going on. And one thing I noticed back when I first came here, because they were in the country was in a economic depression, was that a lot of things got started, but they didn't get finished. All right, let's go through here. COVID. You know have COVID. You're welcome. 36.3. Very busy here. I love just walking through here, you know? This is where they make the Phnom Chin. And they make it from scratch. But obviously they haven't started yet, but or they have and they've emptied it out already, but they start from scratch here, and in the afternoons you can see them making it. Fish heads, fish heads. Those are all Burmese guys. Looks like they've lost some stalls here. Yeah, it's quite humid today. Yeah, well, I wish there were no. Hello. Wadi. Mingalaba. See, they're all a bunch of hams. They all want to be on. Wadi. Alaya. Pioneer. Wadi. Mingalaba. Good morning. Mingalaba. Sakot. You are? Bo.
Man.
Ah, you know Leeway? Leeway. My friend Long Chaw. One Chai. Yes. America. Okay, see you later. I have old fighters, yes. Okay, thank you. Let's take a little walk around, eh? I don't know what he had over there, to be honest. Got all kinds of good stuff here. You got squid, you got octopus, you got crab. Yeah, lots of stuff here. Cockles. Oh, what day? Good morning. Mingalaba. Like I said, lots and lots of Burmese working here. Let's see if I can fix this up a little. You know, they sell everything here. You got rice, veggies, plastic, meat, little pig's leg. Hello, Wadi Cup. Mingalaba. Oh, I forgot how to say how are you in Burmese now. I haven't been there in years now. This is what I'm talking about. If you can help it, don't walk on that. Sky Trooper. Thank you very much. I will indeed, because I did not bring any water with me and I am already thirsty. Well, you know, here everybody's, oh, they're making the Phnom Chin. or that's the coconut. They make the curry. Wow, this is bigger. It goes back farther. I forgot about this. I didn't plan on coming here, but you know, it's, if you remember, it was closed down for several months. I'll go out here. Eggs. Look at this. The guy sleeping over here. That's unfortunate. Let's see. I'm gonna do this. Dried shrimp, peanuts, dried shrimp. I come to this place, it makes me think of Myanmar. Hopefully that place will open up in another year or two. Yeah, a lot busier than it was, say, 3-4 months ago. It seems almost back to normal. A few stalls missing, but other than that, this area is always a little bit less busy. But I'm going to come out, I believe, straight ahead instead of going this way to the left. Oh. Me die. Whatever you want here. Knives, locks, pork, chicken feet. Chicken feet. Some chicken feet. Well, there's not a whole lot of farang in this area. I mean, you know, you see one in the mall or whatever, you see a couple in the mall, but out on the streets, once in a while. Which is just how I like it. There's enough people already. Maybe this guy. I don't know. We'll see. Spoke too soon. So this is Pantip Plaza, Bangkok. You can just go right in there. It looks like Cafe Amazon is open, but I don't want to go there. They use every space they can to sell, to set up a shop, whatever. Back here is the Buddhist amulet shop, but I don't know how open they are, especially right now. It's pretty early, but it looks like there's some people selling already, so I'm assuming they're open. You know, I might have a breakfast here actually. They got food right over here. See this? Okay. I don't know how to get out of here though. If I don't go back. Is that open over there? Yeah, so all the shops are not, all the little stalls are not open, but some of them are. Usually they let you in one way and out another way, or in and out at one area and then out, in and out another area, like here, see? It's all set up. See what we got to eat over here. I can't even see, man. So bright out. Anyway. Food over here. I want to eat over here. I want to eat at the place I know.ฝรั่งไม่ได้ถ่ายรูปถ่ายวิดีโอครับผม What do we got here? ลาบส้มตำน้ำตกโดยหมูยองกะเพราเผ็ดกะเพราเนื้อ beef chicken, a beef pork, duck, กะเพราหมู pork, กะเพราปลาหมึก squid. Man, I don't want any of that stuff. I'm not that desperate for food. So I'm gonna get a taxi and get out of here unless they got something right here. What is this? Khao Kamu? Khao Kamu. Khao Kamu piece. Quitio. In Tauhu, they got tofu, khao pla, rice with, they got all kinds of stuff here. Khao pad, pad kapao, prick one, prick gang, prick pao. Okay, I think I want khao kamu.มีข้าวขาหมูไหมครับโอเคไม่ได้เหรอไม่เป็นไรไม่เป็นไร I don't want your food. I wasn't even showing her. I didn't even have the thing pointed at her, and she was like, why are you filming? I said, am I not allowed to film? She said, you need to ask me my permission. And I just went, don't worry about it. It's all right. I don't need to eat your food that bad. So I understand, but you know, I wasn't pointing at her. That was the thing. It was pointing elsewhere. Exhaust pipe soup. No, thank you. Right. Goodbye, Sun Pok. Well, you can come over here. He's got the motorcycle here, right? Hey, Sun Pok. Sun Pok.ผมต้องเดินไปทำไมเขาไม่มอเตอร์ไซค์ I think people are a little bit, you know, worn out. Whatever, doesn't matter. Plenty of places to get food from. Even the guy said to the driver, why don't you come over here and get your customer? Anyway. Rồi nè. Quick. Khop kun. $20, so it's not bad. Should be a lot of people out here today because it's a Sunday. Thank you. and it's very quiet here. Lots of people out. This one's not that bad, Dowlow. It's basically a straight shot, and then you can take a left. There's little side streets. You can take a right, and you basically, there's nothing there after 50 feet. Or you can take a left and go down, and that will lead to the next big area, which has a basketball court and stuff like that. It's near the park, Soon Book, which I don't even remember what the hell it's called in English. Oh, that looks good. Common guy. So many people shopping for clothes here. Over here is my my guy with the coffee. If he's still working. Still pretty early, so lots of people out. Oh, they got the Avion water spray, Avion water spray. So when you're hot, what happened here? What the hell? Is this the same? Did they pull anything down here? Let me see. No, it looks the same. We got a whole group of women. These are the same women from the park that do their thing. I remember them, and they remember me for sure. I'll go over there if they're still here. Try to get my coffee. Very polite women. Good. Thank you, Daniel Weiss. Thank you. What do you have? ก็กาแฟเย็นนะครับครับเท่าไหร่นะ25อันนี้2025 บาทไหนมาไม่เห็นเลยโอ้ยผมไม่เจอคุณผมมาอยู่ไม่มีวันหยุดนะอยู่วันจันทร์โอเค No, I have lived in Phuket, and I've lived in many years ago, and I lived in Udon Thani. How many of them are there? There's like 6 ladies over there. They all do the dance in the park. I thought the park was closed though, so I don't know how that works out. I'll have to ask them. Here's the parking guru. Gotta get my little table over here. What do you got? Oh, this guy's got the Luping over there. Yeah, I might have to get some of that too. Let's see, is this good? It's good, as you would expect. Ah, that's funny. I want to watch this. They're not the youngest of women, but they're very nice. I want to watch. To watch their dancing. Sorry. Oh, sorry. Very good, very good. Ah. You're a very, very good dancer, yeah. ตอนนี้ส่วนเบิดหรือยังส่วนปกยังไม่เบิดอ่ะ So it's not open. Open. Oh, your heart's open now. I think so. สบายดีไหม Okay. They're the very famous dancers from the Suan Pok. Famous ดังมากผู้หญิงเป็นอะไรนะเป็นครูเป็นทรูปเป็นโทไม่มีโทเหรออยู่เป็นทีมใช่ teams. What are you gonna be today? วันนี้คุณเป็นอะไรอ่ะเหรอ She's the teacher? Wow. You put the mask on? Hard to breathe. No, the mask for Halloween. Yeah, I don't like this either. I ไม่ชอบอันนี้ไม่ชอบผมไม่เป็นไรออกได้ไม่เป็นไรไม่เป็นไรผมไม่กลัวSweating my ass off over here. I think she's got the move down. I think she's got it down. Pebble dashing. Come on, man. What kind of dude are you? Don't talk like that again, all right? Please. Not in here. Have a little class, man. Jesus Christ. What kind of people am I bringing into my chat here? somehow I don't think they really care about what you think about their flatulence. Jesus Christ. Well, oh no, I'm not a dancer. I used to be able to do the splits. So I would dance and just do the splits, do a little, you know, jiggy jig, and then and that'd be the end of my little routine. Black Miner, thank you very much. Thank you. Appreciate that. This is the last day of the month. And tomorrow, late tomorrow, I will find out where did I end up this month, financially, viewer-wise, how many subscribers went up and all that kind of stuff. But all in all, it's like, I think right now I'm at the 4th best in all of my almost 9 years online, so I'm very happy about that. Did the Van Damme dance? You're talking about the Y crew? The Ram Moy? Yeah, I learned that. I did that. You have to do it. You have to do it. People all over the place here, you see? The kids don't have masks on. These ladies don't have their mask on. People walking around generally will wear their mask or wear it down. You know? Let me do this here. I'm gonna... What's up? What's up, man? Sunodไหมอายุเท่าไหร่ครับโอ้เขามีแฟนหรือยัง ยังไม่ได้ยังโอ้เขามีแฟนแล้วเหรอว้าว happy ไหม not happy you don't no boyfriend for you อ่ะ ไม่เอาใช่ไหม
This and no.
The young already at a young age they're like no I don't want no boyfriend for me. All right, good. She's gone. I can come back here. Oh, man. There we go. I've been watching this guy lately on Instagram. I got to thank what's his name? Well, first of all, I want to give a shout out to Patia Bob. I hope you're doing all right. Everything's good with you. But I wanted to also thank Jamie and John in Pattaya for turning me on to what's the guy's name? The Liver King or the Liver something, whatever the hell I forget. But he's on Instagram, and the dude's an animal, but he's got a beard that's like this. And he always says, go walking outside with no shoes on in the morning. You'll feel better. And I do believe he's right, but I'm not going to walk around the city with no shoes on. At least not here. So maybe elsewhere. Right now, the names, Thai children, always good spirit and laughing. Something we jaded adults should be reminded of. Yes. Indeed. Sometimes it pays to remember that. I was just thinking this morning, I thought, okay, I got a gray beard and my age is what it is. I'm being watched now. But you can come over here if you want. You can be in it, I don't care. You can show yourself here. You can come over here, you can see yourself. Yeah, okay, come on. No problem. Hi, swadee krap.
Hi.
He's your brother, Pinong. Anyway, where was I? Oh, I may be older, but then I thought I gotta stop thinking that way, because that sometimes is what holds me up, or what holds me from even trying things. But what I was gonna say is that the names I put up now 10 names up on my community tab, and the top two are Chowderhead, Daddy Bear, and Mipe and Rye. And I can guarantee you that the name of whatever it is I decide upon, whether it's a canoe, a raft, or I don't think it's going to be a kayak. I don't think I can handle that. Yeah, Chowderhead, Daddy Bear, and Mipe and Rye. I don't think that Daddy Bear is going to fly. I don't care if it's number one. It's not happening. But I just figured I'd put it up there for Chuck's sake. He might get a good laugh out of it. Good coffee. Very tasty. All right, I can take that. So I better put this back on. I'm gonna do a little more walking. See if I find something to eat over here. How do I do this here? I think this thing slips a little bit. Just, oh yeah, too much there. There we go, that's better. Let's get out of here. I'm gonna throw this out here. It's like a party zone here, man. So many people. Rarely do I eat at places where the food sits. Oh, smells are great. Sugar cane. Oh, banana. Shit. I'm gonna get some of those banana ones. I can't pass them up. Gล้วยครับกล้วยเอาแต่กล้วยเหรอคะครับเอากี่อันคะเท่าไหร่นะอันละ10 บาทอันละ10 บาท Let me see how much money I got แป๊บนึงก็น้ำแยกน้ำสแกนได้นะคะก็ทุกซ้ำก็พอครับสมานเก่งยังเก่งใส่กล้วยเก่งไม่ถึงว่าไทยนานก็นานครับ
นมไทยเป็นเก่งอ่ะมาจากประเทศ
America ครับ
ยูทูบเบอร์เหรอ
ฮะ
ยูทูบเบอร์เหรอ
ครับครับผม
แอบให้หนึ่งอัน
อ๋อ thank you ไม่เป็นไรไม่เป็นไร
อันนั้นเสร็จ
ครับขึ้นมาครับขอโทษครับ so they're 10 baht each, right? And she said, I give you one, I'll give you one. And I gave her the 40 baht, and I go, Dad, just keep it, just keep it. I said, just keep it. And she goes, no, take it. Don't worry, take it. Freedom from the, there you go. Me so happy your icon has changed. What's going on? Let's see here. Only thing is you got to eat them. How do I go? Bit hot. These are good because you can walk, you can stand around, and they're easy to eat. A little bit greasy though. Hang on a second. I need to get out of here. No room. All right, so if you say cup, like sawadee cup, it's the same as like saying sir or ma'am. And men always say cup. If you say cup home, if somebody says, do you like this? You can say cup. But if you want to be really polite, you say cup home. And that's a sign that you know a little bit about Thai. You know enough about Thai culture to speak politely. You know, if you just say, so what do I mean, if I say what do, that's just a short way of saying, hey, what's up? You know, kind of like that. So nobody takes offense that I don't say cup at the end. But if I'm in a situation, and I should be speaking politely, I'm not going to be saying, what do. And if I walked up to somebody, I would say, sawadee kap. Saying just sawadee is, if you don't know the person, I don't want to say it's rude, but, you know, it's just more polite, and it's looked upon in a good light. When you say cup home, it's just, you know, like I said, you're being more polite. I can't see a thing right now. Yeah, exactly. Nobody cares if you say crop or if you say cup. Really, I mean, you know, it's just a matter of what area you're in, and how polite the people are speaking to you, and how proper their Thai is, you know. Thôi, đáp nâng. There you go. (7-Eleven). This one looks to be closed down. What happened? They did. They closed it down. Wow. Trip out. I mean, this place is just jam-packed with people right now. Lotuses. I don't know how they changed that to apostrophe and then S. Lotuses. I don't know why they did that. It makes no sense to me. Got some big shrimp over there. Good sized shrimp. What do you got? We got octopus, shrimp, salmon, seaweed salad. The little coconut desserts. Look at this. Look how busy it is. And look at this. La Lisa. La Lisa. She's everywhere. Oh, well, if you're dealing with police, you're going to be speaking in a proper, you should be speaking as politely and as proper as you can. No slang. Whew. Oh, man. Let's go across the street while I can without getting run over. Come and get guy. We got all kinds of good stuff in here, but it looks like they're just starting to open up a little bit. We got crab meat sandwiches. pork, plenty of bananas. I always almost always, once in a while I'll get some shrimp from the grocery, and it's like no tail on it, it's deveined, it's like, you know, the highest quality you can get, and it's about 200 baht for not many. I don't know the weight, but not all that many. And she'll go out and get shrimp from Bangkok market or some other market, and she'll get like 1.5 kilos, and I'm like, how much did you pay? And she'd be like, 6 baht. I'm like, what? I mean, I'm exaggerating, but it is really cheap, especially if you go to the right place. By the way, if Soy Dog Cowboy is listening, I watched a little disconnect there. Sorry about that, but phone overheated. It's very, very hot today, like I said. Very humid. So I'm gonna stay in the shade for a few minutes here. Look at the oh shit. I was gonna say, look at the cactus. What day? There you go, another one. Hello. Hello. They like cactus in Thailand. I don't think they're native to Thailand, but like in Hua Hin, there were all kinds of them. I mean, everywhere. I gotta make sure I stay in the shade. And I want to stand off to the side somewhere by myself because I'm really tired of wearing this mask. I think the days of the mask outside are about over. As you know, tomorrow in the blue zones and also perhaps the yellow zones very shortly in Thailand, alcohol will be allowed to be served in restaurants. Now, if they would just only open up the pubs and the bars and just let and also allow people to walk around without a mask on. You can socially distance. That's fine. But like here, that's it. I got my mask. There's nobody around me. We're gonna keep it that way. Look at this. This is what I mean about watch where you walk. And it's not, this is not just because, oh, I'm not in a great area of Thailand or I'm in a middle class area. No, it has nothing to do with that. This is everywhere. I just got to get to the shade. Now, these guys will not be wearing masks. I can tell you that right now. How can you do that? How can you play basketball with a mask on? You can't, you know? I'll go over here. Thai guy with a beard on, big beard. Wow, you don't see much. You don't see many of those. I don't think he may be Thai, Burmese, or whatever. I'm gonna eat the last of these bananas. So they get the girls playing with the boys. Ooh. King Zhang Lui. Oh, there is one guy with a mask on over there. But you see, this is, I'll take this normal right now. I'll take it. Ah. What is it? What did Chick Hearns used to say? Close the refrigerator door. Swoosh. All right, let me eat some of these bananas here. Oops. Woohoo. These are so good. And you know what? They give you energy. When you're on a long walk, they give you energy because I think it's because the bananas got sugar in them. You know, they have fructose in them. Now I got one more thing to do here. That's because he's not on the cider. That cider must rot your brain, man. These are too greasy. They're good, but they're greasy. And yes, I will throw my mask out when I get home. Money I have. Shit, I don't think I have, but $10. $22. Oh, Heineken. Hang on one second. Let's see here. The kind of mask that I have on is you get 100 for 100 baht. The cheaper ones are like, I think they're 50 for, I haven't bought any in a while, but they're like for 20 baht, you get 50 of them. I'm gonna go walk back over here and then get on a motorcycle. So give me a second, I'll find out, because there's some masks being sold right over here. All right, let's see here. She had a garbage can here. Oh, it came right for me too. Oh, there is a garbage over here. What do you cup? See if I can get a motorbike and just tell them I'm gonna go to the ATM at the mall. Yeah, I think we got a guy up here. No. Yes, no. No, yes. Shit. We got a guy coming right here. Oh, fuck. Little cretins. I think the masks are up here. You see this K95s are 59 baht. What are these? 100 baht for 100. Actually, the ones I'm wearing, you get 140 for 100. I don't have any problems walking on them. Just have to be smart enough to navigate them. And also you have to be smart enough to look where you're going so you don't break your ass. Shit, I just want a driver, man. Oh, over here. Hey, hey, hey. Fuck the guy at? When you need them, they're hard to find. When you don't need them, they're real easy. It's all right, I can go to the ATM up here. They'll zip me over there. Gennaro will get to see his barista. Oh, yummy. Very good. Pomegranate. What up? You see, the place has less people now than when we walked by here before. Nobody wants to be out in this heat. What do you got? Quite sorry. ATM. English. Draw. Depends on where you are. Obviously, nobody cares here. They turn the other cheek, which is, you know, this is Thailand. If you were back home, it might be a little more strict. If you were in the United States or wherever, they'd be more strict. But it's not, so nobody cares. Here. Okay, now we're ready to go. Whew. And if you mean sidewalks like this, obviously nobody uses some. This has been like this as long as this place has been in existence. This park has been in existence. It's been like this. Oh man, I can't even find a moto driver. If you start changing everything like that, like in Sukhumvit, you don't let anybody, and then you don't let anybody here, it completely changes Thailand. And it also harms some of the Thai people. So they're not in a hurry to do things like that. Jesus Christ. When you need a driver, there's no one around. I don't want a taxi. Where is here? Yeah, what street is that? No street vendors. Thailand, as its traditional in a traditional sense, ceases to no longer be in existence. Yeah, well, again, I'm gonna say, fortunately, nobody cares what you think, because Thailand would be completely different. But you know, that's the thing. I don't care if they have it. If this is how they want to do it, this is how they want to do it. They do it like this for a number of reasons. It's getting hot again. I need to find that driver. Jesus Christ, man. I see a moto driver. He's got somebody on him. Jesus Christ, man. You see, Duke, the thing is that the Thais don't give a shit what you or I think when it comes to should you be on the sidewalk or should you not be. They do it their way, and to me, that's fine. Their country, their way. When I start voting, that's a different story. And actually, it wouldn't be a different story, because I wouldn't vote against it. I'd be like, let them have their space. Oh, I can't get a freaking motorbike here. Oh, me, I don't want to walk to the end of the street. America. Cop. Mike. All right, there we go. We're back in business here. Wow, who, what, where? Thank you, McStocks. Appreciate that. Again, ask a local stall to call a taxi driver while you sit there. I'm not gonna do that, man. I won't ask them. Why would I ask them to call a taxi? I'll do exactly what I did right here. I just jumped in a taxi. Yeah, I like Mexico a lot. I think that the street scene and the whole scene in Thailand is what makes it what it is. ขอบิดเสียงหน่อยได้ไหมครับขอโทษนะ Thank you. I think it's what makes Thailand. ตอนนี้คุณอายุเท่าไหร่นะครับ 63 63 ก็ขับรถกี่ปีครับ
โอ้ย
กี่ปีหรือยัง
นานแล้วแค่
30 40
40 ปีแล้ว
44. He's been driving a taxi for 44 years. Wow. สบายไหม
สบาย
ตอนนี้ก็ลูกค้าเยอะไหมเป็นคนเยอะเป็นคนไทย
ใช่
อ่า
ต่างประเทศก็มี
เหรอ
เพื่อนผมก็อยู่นิวยอร์ก
เหรอ
เป็นตำรวจที่นั่น
อ๋อ New York cop. Oh. So he's like, business is good now. Got lots of Thai customers. คุณทำงานทุกวันไหม
ผมอะ
คุณหยุดวันเดียว
ทำงานทุกวันวันอาทิตย์ก็ขับรถด้วย
เหรอ
ชอบขับรถไดรเวอร์
I got you. He's a driver also, not just a taxi driver, but he drives people around. มีเมียไหม
เมียดิมีดิ
เหรอ
มีลูกมีเมียก็เป็นคนอุดร
อ๋ออุดรธานีเมื่อก่อนผมอยู่หนองบัวซอ
อ๋อน้องบูซอรู้จัก
ครับไปบันเชียงไปอุดรไป
เชียงแถวนี้
น้อง
น้องเลี้ยงขวา
หนองบัวอะไรนะหนองบัวลำพู
ใช่
ใช่เมื่อก่อนอยู่ที่นู่นมีแฟนที่นู่นเลิกแล้วเลิกนานแล้วเลิกก็คิดก็ไม่เข้าใจกันเท่าไหรผมคิดไม่อยากแต่งนานนะไม่ได้แต่งนานก็อยู่เจอเขาประมาณ1 ปีเลิกแล้วก็หาเมีย
หาเมียใหม่
แล้วก็ตอนนี้แต่งนาน21 ปีนะ
แล้วเมียเป็นคนจังหวัดไหน
สุราษฎร์
คนใต้
คนใต้ใจดำใช่ไหม
ใจดำมาก ไม่ดีเลยไม่คุบด้วย
เหรอ
แล้วเมียผมก็เป็นคนใต้เหมือนกัน
เหรอ
คนกระบี่
His wife is from the south
ผ
also
มไม่คุบเลยเดี๋ยว
ดุมาก
โตเหมือนหมา
Stubborn the same as a dog he says
เหมือนหมาดูไม่มีเหตุผล
He said stubborn for no reason. Oh, that's funny. Oh, God. Got me rolling here.
แต่ประเภทดูแล้วไม่มีเหตุผลผมไม่คุย
เหรอแต่อยู่ด้วยกัน
ฮะ
อยู่ด้วยกันแต่ไม่ได้คุยกัน
ผมไม่คุยแล้วก็เลิกเลยล่ะ
Oh. So he doesn't talk to her anymore. They're done. Yeah, but I don't want to do it, and I don't have to do it in the city here. You know, that's what I mean. I don't want to do that. I like doing things on my own. What can you get out of?
เดี๋ยวกลับข้างหน้าไม่สบายใจโชคดีกุณลัก
Okay, come.
ขอบคุณมาก
Duke Nukem, you're full of shit. Go see it.
ขอบคุณครับ
Give the guy a little tip. Got a nice taxi. Really, Duke Nukem, you are totally full of shit. I've never seen anything at a stall worth buying. Please. It's such horse shit. Now let me see something here. Oh, here it is. Zach, thank you very much. I knew I missed one. Thank you. Appreciate that. Choke D to you and Choke D to McStocks. I've had a few connection problems and problems because of the heat today. Yeah, why do you come to Thailand, Duke? I think you're full of shit. I don't even think you're in Thailand. I think you're just some guy who just knows enough to be able to bullshit his way through it here. Just keeping it real. Sorry, Gennaro. Looks like two guys again, Gennaro. What do you have? Thank you. Funny bird, man. Yeah, okay, rural areas, yeah, definitely. If you don't have a phone, I mean, or if you have one, you know, the good thing to do is to keep a couple of drivers in your book, which is what I do that here too. Oh man, I feel so good. Seriously, Duke, I think if that's the way you feel, why are you even in this stream? I don't want food poisoning. Ugh. Come on. I mean, you won't even eat street food? I know one guy who won't eat street food, and the reason is because he knows, I know one person, and I'm not going to say his name, okay? But I trust him, and I trust why he doesn't eat street food. And I know how he lives. But for somebody who supposedly is new here and wants to try things out, and they want to see the country, and I mean, why even come here if you're not going to try the food, man? Where are you going to eat all the time? In restaurants? You're going to eat in nice restaurants? I'm not saying you got to go to the dirtiest place, but there are fantastic street places here. And I think it's just, you're just, I don't know. I don't even know what the word is for it. It's my opinion, just like yours. You want your opinion. Don't eat the street food if you're here. To get better value out of traveling. Ugh. Duke Nukem, were you on this channel before using a different name? Be honest, please. And also you learn little tricks. You learn little tricks, like you see a place and you see the place is packed. Yeah, like, you know, I mean, that doesn't necessarily mean he's going to be honest, but, you know, exactly. Oh, God. Listen, I don't want to walk outside because I might get skin cancer from getting sunburned. So you just never go outside. I mean, you're really missing out. That's what I'll say. If you really believe that bullshit, then, you know. Tropical disease inoculations? You're not even required to have any inoculations to come into Thailand. So why you mean he just, because he was just fearful of catching some disease here, he didn't want to come here? I mean, listen, I understand there are people that, and I was talking to Chuck about this yesterday. Where some people, to travel for them is such a huge ordeal. to leave the United States, to leave Australia, to leave the UK, and to just to travel for a trip for say 2 or 3 weeks. I remember there was somebody that I knew that went to Hong Kong when I was a kid. I thought it was the most fantastic thing on earth. I was like, oh my God, he's going to Hong Kong. Wow, that place it's unreal. And I was a young kid, and I was like, man, I wish I could be there and see that. But then other people are like, oh, Hong Kong, they don't speak English. I don't know, I might get sick, I might die. I don't know how to, what am I gonna do there? You know, it's just ridiculous. Whew. Listen, my mother went to India, and she told me she liked it better than Nepal. And I was like, what? Are you kidding me? Because I love Nepal. I went to Nepal with Chuck. And I went to Bangladesh with him. And we're going to go to the stands, one of the stands. Turkmenistan, one of these other. As soon as things open up a little bit here, you know, it might take a little time. It might be a year. I don't know. It depends on what his schedule is, what he wants to do. But I know he said next year I want to go. He wants me to go with him. So, you know, it's like, we've gone to some places, and, you know, and listen, how can I say this without coming off the wrong way? I wouldn't call Chuck the most manly of men. He's a man. He just happens to, you know, bat for the other team, but he's a man. But he's gone to some place, you know, but he's not like Mr. Tough Guy, and neither am I. But, you know, I try to have confidence in myself in situations. And you go to Bangladesh and you're in some slum, or you go to, you know, Nepal and you're in some area where, like, everybody's looking at you and you're wondering, wow, what's going to happen here? And then they all start jumping up and down because they're happy and they're smiling. It's like, you got to drop these preconceived notions. Best breakfast, barbecue chicken breast, including wing on sticky rice, sticky rice. Best food, asked by the Eastern USA parasite found in raccoons, which ends up and grows in. I'll tell you one thing that I am a little bit worried about, and you know, I mean, it is what it is, right? But I'm a little worried about jumping into some of the rivers in Thailand. And I haven't done a lot of research on it, but I'm a little bit worried about getting some parasite that happens to crawl up the tip of my wiener and work its way back a little bit, and it doesn't want to come out, and getting it out is not easy. I'm a little bit worried about that. Yeah, Mu Ping is great. I mean, I just had the banana, the County Kluai, and I love that, but I don't have it all the time because I know it's, you know, gluttonous. Get off the cider. You might know what it is then. I know a doctor went to Costa Rica and died from that exact thing. Wow. I don't think you're more safe. I think if you got a hole in you, it'll go up your rectum, up your anus. It'll go up your penis. It'll go in your eye. It'll go in your ears. It'll go in a cut. It's a microscopic, you know, thing. And so I got to do a little research on that, but sometime next month I am going to go to probably to northern Thailand somewhere. Chiang Mai, Qingdao, I don't know. I'm not sure. But it doesn't look like Chanthaburi. Chanthaburi is still a dark red province right now. Why, I don't know. But everything is, I mean, I called all these places up more than once and they're all shut down. Yeah, well, I had to tell my wife about snakes in the water. I forget who it was that said, oh my God, you're going and there's going to be snakes and there's all kinds of snakes. I said, no, there's all kinds of snakes in Thailand. And, you know, there are snakes around. It doesn't mean they're going to be like swimming into your whatever vessel you have, whether it's a boat or a kayak. And I keep saying that because I'm going back and forth. I need to talk to the people. I need to take a few test runs. Yeah, this is the one. I don't remember the name of it. I know it's in Brazil in the Amazon. but it's in numerous places. But it swims up. It's a little tiny, microscopic, like an amoeba kind of thing that goes up your urethra or up a woman's, and it lodges in there. And the teeth are pointed. It's not like you can just. It's straight and it's smooth, and you can just yank it out. No, if it's got teeth coming back like this. So if you pull back, it lodges into the sides of the urethra. Oh wow. Oh. I think I heard that. I think somebody told me that. Gets into the urethra and causes severe infections. Yeah, you don't want problems with that. You don't. Yeah, that's what it is. Candiru. I mean, what guy wants that? Hey, let me go in there. I'm going to try to get that. No, I don't think so. You know. And there are crocodiles, but they're a critically endangered species. And the Siamese crocodiles are much smaller. They're probably not going to attack a big human being. So I'm not worried about that. But anyway, at least things are getting a little bit better. I think Chiang Mai is considered, what, a yellow zone now? Is that what it is? I looked this morning. I think it's a yellow zone. And that's fine with me. You know, if I really want to drink a beer, I'll drink a beer in my hotel room or in my house. We've had a big thing of Heineken sitting in the refrigerator and another one of Chang sitting in the refrigerator for I don't know how long, a couple weeks. My wife will buy them and then she'll have a little and give me a little glass sometimes. But you know, I don't drink that much, so that is the one. It's the one you don't want. It's the gift that keeps on giving. Now you see, I hate to say it to Gennaro, but we got the two barista and their two male barista, and you got three people in Starbucks right now, and you got the lady there, and I'm sure her husband will come in. They're here every single day. Are you able to go to the red zone? Yeah, I can go to. I mean, I've been to red zones, so you are able to go to them, but they're under stricter. They have more restrictions. But the thing is that I've called up. Now I made some calls yesterday. It's probably been 9 places I called, and they were either closed, not opening until January 1st. And what the lady said at the park there about dancing, when I asked her, is the park open? Because I thought, oh, maybe she just walked over from the park here. I think she was they were at another park or another area, maybe by the basketball courts, because a lot of the women will do their little dance or they'll do their Tai Chi or whatever over there. And she said, no, the park's not opening until January 1st. So there are public places that aren't open until the 1st of the year. There are places like that, they just don't have enough customers to warrant opening. So, you know, it's going to take some time. And I don't think that as many tourists are going to be coming into the country as the Thai government is saying. I'm gonna say it's going to be 80% of what they say, if that. And I think it's going to take time to build up and to get people's confidence back, and also to get people confident in traveling. Different areas in the world have different parasites, and you don't. I grew up in Florida, man. You don't mess around with raccoons. They not only can they can rip you up, they can tear you a new asshole, literally. But like you said, they've got all kinds of wild things going on with them. Well, why would people don't need to touch cat poop? You don't need to be touching cat poop. Use something else. Use an instrument. I don't do any of that stuff. With my animals, I'm not the one who cleans up after them, because if I wanted an animal, I would have one. And I've thought about it, but then I think I got to take care of it. It's like having another kid, you know. And my parents used to have like 6 Rottweilers. And what happened was they're quite big. And so my father started getting a little bit older, and he's like, you know, I'm getting to the point now where if one of them wanted to become the alpha, I couldn't check him. I wouldn't be able to handle him because I'm older now. And so once they started to die off, they didn't get new ones, and they got a more gentle dog. And I think they have a couple, three or four dogs, 3 dogs, I think now, but they're not as much work. But you know, it's like having a kid. So that's why I don't have a dog and a cat of my own, because I would like to have a dog of my own. But the kids have to clean up after Odie. And Odie, I just found out, is like 12 years old now. He's getting old. So what are we going to do after that, you know? Maybe I'll get a dog then. I don't know. And I'll still make the kids clean up after it. I'll train it. They can clean up after it. Mosquitoes don't love me. A woman lost her arm from an infection after being bit by a raccoon. วัดดีคุณสกอตและทุกคนสบายดีไหมสบายดีโอ้สบายดีมาก I think, listen, I think not now. I think I'm very happy about the way things are going, and I'm looking forward to a little trip next month. And I say a little trip. I already looked at the prices for a ticket, and I may get a ticket in the next couple of days. By the end of this week, get a ticket and fly up to Chiang Mai and stay up there for about 5 days, 5 nights. 5 days, 6 days, 5 nights. Something like that. But it'll all be out in the, pretty much be out in the wilderness, out on the water. Do something different, you know? It's time to, you know, when I was younger, it was be in a boxing gym or a martial arts school or in a Muay Thai gym. And as I got older, you know, you can't do these things. I used to play tennis when I was a kid. So you change all these things. Now, I walk a lot now. Still, you know, I walk a lot. Go places or whatever. But this is something else. I think it could be something I could have a lot of fun with, which is the key. And I was reminded of that by somebody who I spoke to the other day. If you're not going to have fun doing it, don't do it. So, yeah, I'm not a big knitter, Steven. I used to do crossword puzzles when I was a kid and make model airplanes, but I don't like doing that now. It doesn't, you know, it's not gonna thrill me. I'd rather watch the Squid Game. Squid Games, whatever it is. Pretty good idea they came up with for that, though. And it's funny because Soy Dog Cowboy told me, I think yesterday morning, he said, you gotta watch it. He's, you know, if you watch it, no, I haven't watched it. You gotta watch it. It's supposed to be really, really good. So, okay, I'll watch one episode. I watch one episode. I tell my wife, we're only watching one episode. Then I was like, all right, watch another one. You know. I knit a lot. How about you get some guy who's about 280 pounds and he's built like a brick shithouse, and he has a shirt that says, I love wearing crotchless pink panties. I don't know where I came up with that one, but I thought of Monash. Oh, God. Yeah, you know what? This place is not the same without the girls, the trio of girls here. It's not the same. I mean, you know, the vibe is different. You got this male testosterone vibe going on in here. That's not good in the coffee shop, you know? And I don't really know them very well. Anyway, where are we at for time here? Ooh, 2 hours and 10 minutes. Well, we're either going to go for another 4 minutes or we're going to go for another 19 minutes. I should just go. We're going to go until we go. You can't beat a good vibe. So, YouTube Ginger Billy channel, promote wiener soap. Ginger Billy? Billy's not a ginger. Star coins without the girls. They're as close as you guys are gonna get to La Lisa as until you get to Thailand and meet up with her. Apparently, she makes something like $2 million for a show. And I can't remember how much my wife said if she was to come on your YouTube channel for like a 60-second spot, it would cost you some outrageous amount of money. And I was like, you gotta be kidding me. Just to come on and say, hello, you need to watch An American in Bangkok, watch Scott Mallon. He's a great guy, even though he's got a big nasty beard. And he loves my music. And he respects me. And then the next thing I know, I'd have a couple million subscribers. That's how it works. That's how it's supposed to work. Anyway. La Lisa. When are you going to Chiang Mai, Scott? I'm jealous now. In about 3 weeks. Do you take a nap in the afternoon, Scott? Once in a while. Like yesterday I didn't, and yeah, I mean, not every day. Sometimes I do. But not often. If I go for a really long walk, or I go and I exercise, and I do something that takes me, half a day of like being outside or something, I'll go home, take a shower, lay down, take a 30-minute nap, half hour, 45 minutes, maybe an hour, if I'm really tired. But not usually more than 30 minutes. It's a power nap. Gotta power up, Gotta take a little old man nap. Keep your strength. But I'm trying not to, I'm gonna go get an espresso right now. All I've had is that one coffee, and that's it. I don't want anybody taking my spot here. Oh, shit. Chiang Mai is on our list. As it should be. I'm looking forward to going, no. It's not gonna happen, Gennaro. I know everybody wants to go see the new Coconut Girl, but believe me when I tell you, you ain't missing anything, all right? You ain't missing a thing. Let me go in and just chuck this guy some money. Get myself an espresso. Yeah, I'm not going right now. My gimbal is low on power right now. I don't know why the gimbal, I think because I'm charging the phone. It makes sense. I mean, I like the Thai coffee. It's okay. It's pretty good. Can't complain. Let's go get us a coffee. Mr. Minaj, thank you. Choke D and all that good stuff. What do you call? Called Dapio. Well, they sell it in the grocery store. I mean, you can get it whenever you want. Thank you. Oh. And they are now using ceramic, which is good. What did Duke Nukem say now? cafe. Thank you.
Thank you.
Good thing about Thailand, you leave your water or you leave your bag, you see over there in the corner, you leave your bag. People don't steal it. You leave your helmet on your motorcycle outside and they don't steal it. Leave your wallet, the true test. Yeah, there you go. I can't even see what Duke Nukem is saying now. And I did not ban him or anything like that, so I don't know how long ago are you talking about his comment, because it's been a while. Because it's been a while since I told him he was full of shit. Yeah, well. Now, one thing that I do think is imperative, and it's gonna happen, is I'm gonna get a GoPro. GoPro 10, I believe. And the reason is because I didn't ban him. He's not banned. At least he ain't banned by me. Maybe Longhorns banned him and I didn't see it. I don't know. But it wasn't me. And I don't lie about shit like that. You know, if I forgot, that would be a different story. But I wouldn't forget from today. And usually I remember most of the people who are banned. And sometimes I let people in who, you know, they might have got banned before and I know they weren't supposed to have been banned by somebody. And, you know, there's nobody called a super admin. It's just bullshit. Well, he's gonna be banned if I can't see his messages. If I can't see him, then he's gonna end up getting banned. Because I don't know what's going on, but I didn't touch a damn thing when it came to him. He's full of shit. In fact, I'm gonna go look back right now just for a second. I can't stand this kind of bullshit. This is like, listen, what's gonna happen if I'm still streaming in another 5 years? I'll be almost 65 years old. I'm a fucking old man. I'm a grown man. And I gotta deal with little kids. Little fucking idiot kids. And there's a hell of a lot of them out there. I see his message here, and you know, he wasn't banned, so maybe he came back under a different name where he is banned. I don't know. I have no idea, or where he was hidden, where his name was hidden. But I see him saying right here, at Daniel Weiss, to get about better value out of traveling. So maybe he has more than one account. I don't know. Yeah, he's just retracted the comments. Oh, okay. You see, there's no place for this. We don't need this shit. So let's just ignore him. Speaking of more of important things, hottie alert. Where? I don't see any. Where's the hotties? Look how dead it is. Everybody's getting ready for the big day tomorrow. Oh, or they're getting ready for tonight, Halloween. Oi, Gennaro, you're killing me, man. Jesus Christ, if I gotta go over there, I'll go over there. Can't you wait? Can you wait until, like, later this week? Because I don't want to walk, I already walked here, which I never do. I always walk home. I don't want to walk home today. You can wait. You know why? Because the stream's almost over. I guess YouTube is censoring my message. Can you see this? Anyway, let's move on. All right. If YouTube censors your message, it's either because it's something you shouldn't say, or it's because it's something I don't want you to say, or because who knows why. But I haven't touched a damn thing. In fact, I haven't touched anybody's today. I haven't blocked anybody, hit anybody, timed anybody out, nothing. I don't want to have to deal with that bullshit. And if I have to, I got enough members now in the whole system. What I'll do is I'll just start making members videos. I don't give a shit. Doesn't matter to me. You know, I'll just do that once in a while. He retracted his comments. Anyway, there's plenty of places to eat in Thailand. Plenty of Western places to go, like the Rap God. There's a Burger King straight ahead. If you're into Burger King, there's a Texas Chicken right behind me. There's a Schmegdonald's right down the way. There's a Swenson's. There's a, what the hell is it? Oishi. You know, Rap God is going to get... Rap God's gonna get so much business when they come here, just for people that go, you know what, I want to see if it's as bad as he says. It's definitely not my taste. I like good food. Who doesn't? I don't want food that's even, listen, the bananas I had today, I gotta say, they were a bit greasy. They were greasier than usual, but they still taste good, but like, that's not how they're supposed to be. So maybe she had put some more, you know, liquid sugar on them or something. I don't know what the hell she did, but there was a little bit too much grease on them. They may have been sitting too long. I don't know. I got no idea. And, you know, I try to be very straight about the food because I don't want to bullshit and say, oh, this is fantastic food, if it's shit. Now, those bananas were not shit. On a scale of 1 to 10, I'd give them like a 6. Or a 5, you know. And my cooking usually ranks around a 7 to 8 when I cook for my kids and my wife. Although my wife is usually one notch lower than my kids. So I view hers as more of a reality. Halloween is not such a big deal here, but I got boiled eggs and Brussels sprouts. I don't like Brussels sprouts, man. And smokes to give out to the little darlings. Brussels sprouts? Oh. You gotta be joking, man. Listen, I'll never forget it. We used to have a few things at the Malin household growing up. We have cauliflower, which I can stomach with a little cheese. Broccoli, which I can now stomach, but neither of them could I stomach when I was a kid. And Brussels sprouts. And I remember sitting at the table. My sister had said, I can't eat this, Dad, I can't eat this. And he said, you eat it. And she ended up throwing up. So they never made her eat something that she didn't want to eat again. She threw up at the dinner table. My mother knows how to cook, man. She's a really good cook. So I don't know if they were mushy or not, but anyway, the Brussels sprouts were on the platter one night, and I told my father, I can't eat them. I can't eat them. And he's like, you're going to eat them. You need to eat these. And I just remember trying to get them down. And it was so hard for me. I don't know why. But, you know, I was like 8 years old. Yeah, I don't know. Best food I've had in Thailand is Chiang Mai, definitely. No. Khao mu krap. Oh. I go to the same place every day for brekkie there when in Thailand. I like the, what is it? The stuff I get over here. God damn it, I can't think of it now. I go have it over across the street all the time. Khao kluk kapi. Khao kluk kapi. Which is, kapi is a shrimp paste. But they put, like, I'll get like extra unchiang, the little sausages, the sweet sausages. And then they put some egg and shred up some carrot, and then they put some, what the hell is it? Green beans, and some pork, and man, it's so good. That's one of my go-to dishes. I like Thai food. I like almost all of it, you know. But I'm not into the spicy food anymore. I don't understand why. It's like my palate changed overnight. have a stream with my boys. Oof. Sorry, Scott, you are not big enough for YouTube to pay attention to care. Whatever, they don't need to care. There's nothing that they would care about. Listen, my thoughts are my thoughts, and I don't have to let everybody know everything I think. And if they do know what I think, and if it comes out in YouTube, that's the way it goes, you know. And if YouTube has a problem with it, then you know, I'll deal with it. But I don't live there, and so that's why I'm trying just to not worry about anything over there now. Prunes suck. I can't stand prunes. As far as my kids go, my kids really don't want to be on YouTube, and neither does my wife. None of them want to be on YouTube. They don't care. Listen, I'll ask them, you watch my video? And once in a while, Nicholas has a little bit of time sometimes. Alex doesn't really have as much time, and he sleeps a little bit more as well. But Nicholas, once in a while, he'll watch a video of if I go somewhere, do something, or stream if I go somewhere or do something. He'll watch a little bit of it after the fact. But asking them to come on now, I mean, you know, I can always ask, but like Nicholas will go, I don't want to be a YouTuber. I don't want to be on YouTube. You know, and the same with, and Alex, forget about it. I mean, you know, I say, well, let me show you playing guitar. You know, that's why I got to get him in the studio, and he hasn't been in the studio for a while, so. The guy's been playing in different places, and he's not around, and then the studio's closed, and it's open, and, you know. It's a very niche crowd that is interested in these live streams. Yeah, it is. And that's why I think I do better when I do just videos. I do better when it comes to gaining subscribers if I do videos as well as live streams, because not everybody wants to listen to me, whether I'm talking smack or speaking nice or whatever it is. Not everybody wants to watch, and not everybody has the time. So it's a little more difficult, but I think it's what I do best. I don't know. But what I was going to say is I am going to get a GoPro. And the reason is because what's the point of going on a river if you don't have a way to film it? For me, I got to film it. If I come past you on the river and pop your dinghy, will you drown me on the spot and then there and then on the spot? If you pop my dinghy, I'd probably beat your ass with a canoe stick or with a paddle. I'd probably beat you to death with a paddle for doing something like that. Why would anybody do that? Just to be an asshole, you know? I mean, really, if somebody did that, I'd be like, all right. The first thing I would say is you need to buy me a new one, or you need to fix this fucking thing, and you need to take a beating, and you need to pay up. I know people may not like to hear that, but like, what gives somebody, I'm not talking about you personally because I know you're joking, but what gives somebody the right to do something like that? You know, there are guys out there that would kill somebody for something like that. You know what I mean? Like, guys would actually, they'd get so mad they couldn't control themselves, and they would end up, what do you think happens in McDonald's? what do you think happens in McDonald's? Oh shit. You know, back in the States, McDonald's, Burger King, Del Taco, or Taco Bell, whatever. You see all these places where, you know, somebody doesn't get their order right and they go off the handle and they beat somebody half to death. I mean, people are out of their minds now. That's why I want to be somewhere where there's no people. Duke, they have repair kits that have everything that you need in them. Usually you get a repair kit along with whatever you're using. And again, you know, I'm going to talk to some people who are far more in the know than me. And, you know, one thing that I may do is I may go, hey, listen, maybe you can, if there's an area that's particularly rough, maybe I can say, hey, listen, if you come with me on this part of the trip, you know, is it worth, you know, if I pay for your transportation, and is it worth whatever the guy wants? He spits out a figure, you know, I'm talking about a Thai guy. And the guy helps me if I need help or something like that. You know, I mean, you got to do whatever you want to, you know, whatever you need to do. I'm not so what's the word? So proud and so egotistical that I think that the few times that I went down a river on a what the hell, an inner tube, or on a raft or whatever, the few times, kayak, the few times that I've done that mean that I'm experienced enough to do everything. But what it does mean is that I got the balls to do it, and I'll go and learn more. And there are places in Chiang Mai and in Khao So that will help you to learn. So that's the idea, to go and talk to some of these people. But I got to have a GoPro, and I think in the middle of next month, because they just came here, the TEM just came out here in Thailand. And there's a couple other little accessories I need to get and everything. So pretty soon I'll get one. What is that supposed to mean? Sanuk Duke? Gennaro, your Thai is, write it in Thai if you're gonna write it. That way I know what the hell you're saying. Sanuk, I think you mean Sanuk. But what the hell's Duke? Sanuk Duke? Duke Sanuk? I don't want Duke in anything. I don't want the name Duke on my boat, in my channel, you know, like as the channel name or something. No, we're not going to have that. Sorry, Duke. No. No. And I will not use the word king or prince or anything like that. It's not going to work. No Duke. I'll tell you what, right now I like Up to You, and I like Chowderhead the best. Chowderhead is, you know, Super Soakers would keep the would-be sabotagers away from the raft. Super Soakers? What's a Super Soaker? I'll tell you one thing I need. And I don't know if the one I have is waterproof or not. I don't know yet. But I have a speaker. I don't know if it's waterproof. I need to look. But you got to have a speaker. So you can cruise down the river and listen to a little Proud Mary, as was suggested. Or Fortunate Son. You're not thinking outside the box. This YouTube channel, unless you have other YouTube, not big enough. Therefore, don't pay attention while you get what? While you get paid, thus nothing to worry about. I just don't want to talk about any of that shit. You know. I don't know how. I don't even know if there's a word in Chowderhead. It'd be something like konol or something like that, which is like, you know, idiot, stupid person, you know. AC/DC would be good. I like AC/DC. Some Scorps, some Ozzy, a little Black Sabbath. What's that song? Down, 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 down. Da, 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 da. What's the name of that song? Oh, we're gonna bring banjos. Wake up the villagers. Now that would be funny as hell. There's a little village on the side of the river, and you crank up some like war pigs. Yeah, you crank up some Black Sabbath, like 5:30 in the morning. Old lady's like throwing a chicken at you. Fairies wear boots. Isn't that? I thought that's fairies with boots. I think it's war pigs. I don't know. I always forget which one is which. And probably after Longhorns leaves, I'm going to get a membership at FBT, which is not too far from my house because they have a rowing machine. So that'll be probably 2 weeks, week and a half, something like that when he leaves. Ozzy Osbourne from up the road from me, he's still got the accent. You mean he lives up the road from you? Is that what you mean? Jesus Christ, trying to fucking decipher the English in my live stream is like, I need to learn how to speak Chinese. I bet, you know, I would say he'd be a lot of fun to go hang out with, but I'd hate for him to end up going on a rampage at his age. I mean, what is he now, 70, 72 years old or something like that? 75 years old? I'd hate for him to go on a rampage, like start drinking and... What was it, that story with Ozzy and Tommy Lee, or Ozzy and Motley Crue, where he was like gonna take a shit in their room or something? Fucking crazy, man. Oh, he's from Birmingham. I got it. Drugs and alcohol, man. If you get a little like, if you go past getting shit-faced and you go into the next level, that level where you're like blacked out, you have no idea what you're doing, and you're telling like, you know, some 350-pound girl, she's the most beautiful creature you've ever seen in your in your life. If you get to that level, you know you need some help. Oh man. Not that there's anything wrong with those big ones. They do, after all, have a Miss Chang, Thailand. Is it Chang? Yeah, it's Miss Chang. That's what it is. It might be Miss Chang Noi. I'm not sure. Anyway, well, the stream's been a lot of fun, especially considering I thought, well, once again, I thought, I'm taking today off. I'm not going to stream today. Why should I? Not today, you know. But I needed the exercise. I always got to go for my walk. Miss Nomiai. Gennaro, is that all you ever think of? You are a horny old man. Now, you know, if some girl comes to me and goes, what do you think about Gennaro? Is he a good person? Is he been kundi mai? I'm going to go, he is a horn dog. Did you see that clip where Shannon brings in a speedboat as he tries to catch up, make Klitschko fall out of his Stansky? No, I haven't. I didn't see that, but you know what I have seen a lot of is Rampage and him going at it. And they, oh shit. Oops. Hang on, boys and girls. Can I do this here? I like the one. I like the one where I like the ones where Rampage is in it, and he's like dressed up, and he's got a little tutu. They do a meme where he's in a little tutu or something, and he's talking to, saying something Briggs or whatever. I like those. What is this exactly? Talking about YouTube banning censorship when channels aren't big enough to okay, I understand what you're saying. Yeah, I have no, I couldn't, honestly, I'm so sick of hearing it. First of all, and I said this a long time ago, it's very easy to understand. So if there's any pea-brain Democrats out there, and I'm talking about the pea-brain ones, I'm not talking about the ones who might be semi-intelligent. I'm talking about the pea-brains out there who automatically think that everything said by one particular person means that he's a terrible human being, he's a racist, he's this, he's that. You got to look at the whole thing and put it in context. And one thing that I used to say is I did not like how the other guy, the last president, carried himself, because as a president, I think you should carry yourself with a little more class. And I understand because he's a New Yorker, blah, 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 blah. But when it comes to presidents, forget about Biden. That guy, I mean, he doesn't have a fucking brain in his head. And if he does, it's completely thrashed with dementia. YouTube, yeah, okay, I'm getting hungry. Some blowtorch barbecue would be good. Yeah, you know, you got to understand something else here. And I don't want to slam on YouTube because there's no need to really. I mean, they do some things that with their system that a lot of people don't approve of, myself included. However, think about it this way. They're massive. They're everywhere. Okay? Let me see if I can do it this way. That way I don't have to hold this goddamn thing. Here we go. There we go. They're massive. So you think about everything technologically that goes into their system. And I think, for the most part, human beings are very fortunate to have that technology now. Until somebody comes along that's better, excuse me, you know, we're stuck with them. And what's better, streaming on Facebook? I don't think so. You know, I thought about streaming on Vimeo. The problem is Vimeo wants $900 a year to stream. So effectively, if I wanted to stream on Vimeo and I wanted to make it like only certain people could come into the stream, or you had to pay 99 cents or some shit like that, it would be so much more difficult to do it because their system is not set up to generate the everyday user like on YouTube. Their system is set up for the more professional filmmaker and for to put up things. You know, like if you're going to stream, you need to pay for. I think it's it's not the next one up from what I have, like the Pro, but it's the one up from that. You can only pay by the year. So if you pay $900 and you find out that the thing is shit, you're stuck. But the other one, if you are a movie maker and you want to come out with a movie and you're going to sell it for $4.50, $4.95, you can use your YouTube to generate leads to go to Vimeo, right? And then people can come on there and watch your movie if they want. And it's pretty good for that. It's kind of like Amazon. You know, what is it? On demand. But for the most part, what other technology is anywhere close to YouTube's? None. And that's the only reason that I say, well, you know, I could duplicate. The problem is traction. No, the problem is not traction. The problem is how much storage you would need. I don't think you really. I mean, if you're if you know what you're talking about, Duke Nukem, you know just how much room they need. Yeah, I mean TikTok. My Tubot, do you stream on TikTok? I'm curious to know. You know, like I said, I went on TikTok once, I mean, I downloaded it and looked at it, and I just went, "Fuck this, man! I can't deal with all these fucking kids doing all these stupid shit. I just couldn't deal with it." But live streams are not left up or saved, really. And how long can you stream from, and can you make money from it? Thumbs up, Thailand. Jim, how you doing? What's going on? I think you need a daily live rant hour called "A Pissed Off American in Bangkok," or just Scott's pissed off. Scott's pissed off? Since when am I pissed off, really? I mean, I understand the whole rant thing and everything once in a while, but I'm doing live right now, you know. And if you've never really seen me all that pissed off. You must have started late. Actually, I started at 8, but I've been streaming for more than 2.5 hours. I like to Snapchat my TikTok to my fax, and then email to my Twitter on Facebook, then stream it on a selfie, and then use Instagram to MySpace it over to, what the hell was that Filipino one that they used to use, the orange one? I can't even remember what it was. Jim, I am going to go probably in the 3rd week of November, give or take a couple of days, to Chiang Mai to go down the river and to have a chat with these people. I might even bring a bottle of whiskey so that I can sit around with some people and talk to them and pick their brain, you know, because that might help a little bit. Whiskey loosens lips. I have watched live streams for a couple hours on TikTok, but I'm no longer streaming anywhere. Oh, to be honest, I haven't really looked into it. Sang Kwai Ba. Ugh. I think it has to be something that, I don't know. I don't know about, I don't really like the whole Kwai thing because it's a negative connotation, you know? Oh, and by the way, for anybody, now or in the future, if anybody contributes any funds to me and you wanted to go directly for a trip down whatever river it is that I'm able to go down, whether it's the Nan, what do you know about the Nan, Jim? The Nan, the Ping, just the Chao Phraya, whatever it is, and you wanted to go specifically for that trip, let me know. It goes into account and it just sits there. It goes into the account, it doesn't get touched. The only reason that it would be touched is if I was buying something like the boat or some kind of equipment that goes along with, that would be used on the journey. So it ain't getting spent. My money gets spent, and then if anybody else decides to contribute, well then, great. But if you want, you just say, it's for this. Okay, no problem. That's how I'll work it. Because I don't want anybody thinking, you know. I've seen a guy from Phuket streaming on there, but he wasn't my type of person, so I only watched him once. Hottie alert. The only way to replace YouTube is get people to pay for the watch it. Yeah, I don't know about that, Jim. I'll have to, I'll see, but I have my own preferences at first. YouTube, Twitch, Instagram. See, it's much easier just using YouTube, but what the hell was I going to say? Let me see here. See if I can figure this out here. I don't know. It'll pop into my head if it was important. Okay, now I remember. I was looking, the other day I was looking around and I found one of the guys that I knew of for several years. This guy from the UK, Alistair Humphreys, who is a ginger. And then another guy turned me on to this guy, Brett. I think his name is Brett Miles or something. He's an Aussie. And he's another ginger. And they know each other. The two gingers know each other. Redheaded guys. They happen to be redheaded, but they are quite accomplished. And so I watched a little bit of their stuff, but I found a guy, somebody left a message. It was, I think it's HANNUYK. That was the name of the guy's channel. And then all I could find was in memorial of HANNUYK. He died in a I think it was a canoe trip in northern Sweden. But he had a lot of good stuff up, but he died. And I was a little bit surprised because the guy said, I haven't watched this guy. I don't remember the name of his channel. But he remembered something, part of his name. So thank you for that, because he does have some good stuff up there. And then, Gennaro, I did send you that link to the playlist of the guy who went down the Mississippi, or up, it's down the Mississippi, in a canoe. And what I'll say is he had a he had a couple of canoes. Him and his brothers, they had two big-ass canoes. You need to watch that. And it's very short. He does like little 5-minute segments. And I think there's like 25. So it's almost like a 2-hour movie. He seems like a pretty intelligent guy. And he's a good filmmaker. Far better than me. I'm like at Pee-wee level and he's at like professional level. On an entirely different prospect, buying mid-sized longtail to use on the Mekong, although to make it complete, it would require approval from Laos. Yeah, you're talking about things, I just don't want to do them. I'm not ready for that, and I don't want to do them. I don't want to go anywhere near the Mekong. I went to Nakhon Phanom, I looked at it and I went, this is not going to be something that I want to do, because I run the risk of ending up in Laos, and I don't want to do that, because first of all, you get charged for illegally entering if you don't go in the right place. Second of all, they'll boot you out. Third of all, they might put you in jail. Fourth of all, you're going to have to get back into Thailand, which should be a pain in the ass. So, where? I don't see any hotties, Stephen. Maybe I'm a little slow, but you can have Adam. So yeah, I already know that's a massive. There is somebody who went down. There was an expedition that went down the Mekong, and it was not an easy journey. And one of the problems now is that China has so many dams set up, and you got to go through China, which is another massive headache. Myanmar, same thing, massive headaches. That's why Thailand is pretty good. In the border on the Mekong, is the middle of the river, or does it zigzag? What? In the border on the Mekong, Mekong. Ugh. The Mekong You see, that's the thing. I don't really know. I would suspect that you go into their waters, they'll let you know. And something else that I was told is, even if I'm up in northern Thailand, it could be a problem. It could be a problem because of the police and I don't know who it would be on the water, not the Coast Guard, I guess, but there are some problems with where you go, because you need, it wasn't spelled right, but I understand. Because if you spell MAE and then KHONG, it's different if you separate the words. than if you just put it together, Mekong. But yeah, that's something my buddy was telling me about. He goes, you might want to double check in the area and make sure it's okay for you to go down certain parts of the river, because they may give you a hard time. You might find yourself surrounded by a couple of boats. People want to check your boat and know if you've been, if you're transporting anything you shouldn't be. There you go, you see. No, when you separate it and you go M-A-E, that's man, like as in river, like Manam, right? Manam, whatever. Manam, Naping is the Ping River. So when you put that, I was like, Mekong, huh? Mekong whiskey, different. Mekong whiskey, yeah, that's another thing. I'm just thinking, but like, how are you gonna bring a few? Don't you think it'd be a good idea to have like some liquor for myself, and if Longhorns wants to go, which I'm gonna prod him a little bit. If I get my shit together, I think he'll go. But again, it will take a while. But wouldn't it be nice to have a one of those pewter things you throw the booze in? What the hell are those things called? I blank out in English, I blank out in Thai. And then you bring you bring a big bottle, like a nice bottle, just a fifth. You bring get a fifth of like some really good whiskey, like some Blue Label or something. You get a couple of Black Labels, a little bit of Mekong for like the farmer out there. And then, you go, oh, here's a gift for you, thank you. And they're like, oh yeah, a pewter flask. Well, I'm talking about like if you're going through an area and the guy goes, no, you can't come through here. You can't do this. We don't want you here. Blah blah. Sir, please, I would ask you to, of course, in my most polite Thai. Yeah, flask. You see, it's so easy for you guys, but I feel like there's little segments that I can't remember words sometimes. Yeah, you whip out the bottle and you go, this is a gift for you. I'm hoping that maybe, you will forget about me for one day as I pass through here. Something like that. The 5-gallon refillable. I don't drink that much and I don't want to be smashed, but it would be nice if you're on a cool evening or a cold evening, you have a little sippy sip. I'll have a little sippy sip, please. Do I have enough money for another water? Note to self, give police officer the Mekong whiskey and keep Blue Label. You're funny. I don't particularly like whiskey, to be honest. All right, let me go. I'm going to go do this here. Let me do this real quick. I need a water. Since we're on a roll, fuck it. It's a Sunday. It's a Sunday, so why not? Oh. Cup. It's the thought that counts. Thank you. Oh God, that's pretty heartless. Oh shit. Yeah, imagine that, huh? Beer is looking masculine. Who knows what they're doing? I don't know, But tomorrow's a big day. See, I don't know. And the other thing is, like, how many bottles can I carry? And then I got to worry about, are they going to break? because you're putting them inside of a boat. You'd be putting them inside of the, you know, in one of those dry bags, and then you have to wrap it up so that it doesn't break. So really, you know, what's the most you could carry? Maybe 3 bottles in a flask. You know, that's what I mean. That's a big deal. You know, for me to go and just do a little trip, go down the river, take a little 2.5, 3 hour trip down the river. It'll be down, I think it's the Matang. We need a John North channel meetup. What's John North? That is the risk when you shake it too much. Shake it, don't break it, baby. Longhorns, are you listening? You laying in bed listening? It's 11:10. Are you awake yet? Longhorns will send me these photos of his nice meal, making me jealous. You know, what does he do? Well, you know, that is something to consider there, my Tubat. Yes. And also, if possible, you know, guest house along the way, any little villages somewhere we could just pitch a tent. And then in the vessel, if there's enough room. He's riding a motorcycle around Colombia. Cool. That sounds like an adventure. Listen, my buddy, he wasn't a great friend or anything, but I knew him. This guy, Glenn, I've talked about this before, but he was on Banged Up Abroad, the National Geographic show. You just look it up. You look up, you know, like motorcyclist kidnapped in Colombia, banged up abroad. And his name is Glenn Hegstead. And I used to live, you know, in Palm Desert, and he was in Palm Springs, and he was a big judo guy. And he always had, you know, nice motorcycles and cars and stuff. And so he did a trip on his motorcycle. And he's got the nickname the Striking Viking, but he went and he got pulled up by the FARC. And he got, you know, he got marched out into the middle of a jungle, and he thought he was going to die, and he got a key. Again, I have told this story before, but he got a key, and what he started doing was sticking himself in his penis with a key, and then it would draw a little blood. And so what he would do is he would show the people, he'd say, really, wow, I lived there in I don't know, 89 to 95, something like that, right before I came here. Anyway, he would stick the key in there and he would start bleeding. And then he would show the people that were guarding him, he would show, look at my underwear. I think I have, you know, I have prostate cancer. I'm going to die. And they didn't want him to die. So they ended up letting him go because of that. Crazy, man. But there's a whole Banged Up Abroad segment about him. When I saw it, I went, holy shit, because I lost track of him. I didn't know what happened because I was following him, and he had been in Pattaya. I think I even sent him a message and said, if you come to Bangkok, come see me. You'll know who I am or whatever, something like that. Because he would see me around. There you go. I opened Rancho Las Palmas Resort in Rancho Mirage. Really? Wow. Who was the guy that lived in, what was it? Who was the lady? What was her? Rancho Mirage? Shit, I can't remember. It was Oliver Stone's mother lived in this place that I went. I used to work right on, what was the name of that fucking place? I can't even remember. God, I'm trying to think. I can look it up. It was on the street where there was the Sheraton? or the Marriott. Buy a water buffalo, attach a rope to the raft and water buffalo, and get the water buffalo to walk along the Thai side of the Mekong River. Thus, you never cross into the Laos. Sounds like a real good idea, doesn't it? Sounds fantastico. Let me think here. Nah, it's not going to work there. Anyway, it's good talk. It's good fun talking about it. You know, Frank Sinatra Drive is where, remember there was a big place on the corner? They used to have a bar in there, you know, like a nightclub in the corner. I forget what the hell the name of it was. Country Club Drive? Would that be what it was? Fuck, it's been so long, I can't remember now. And the water buffalo can be loaded with extra supplies. Yeah, well, that'll work, Somehow I don't think so. Download. I gotta put together something, and I'm gonna start. I'll start blogging again. You lived off a Country Club Drive. I lived off a Country Club Drive, but I don't remember. You're going. I can't. I'm trying to get all my thoughts together. Maybe by the next stream I'll know. I can find out because. What the hell was the name of that? Boardwalk. I worked off a boardwalk. And I used to go to TGI Fridays all the time. Late at night for their appetizers. Seems so long ago. It seems like a different lifetime, really. But anyway. Yeah, we've been at it for a long time. Long stream today. Just because... Why not? I'll go home right now, and I know my kids are probably still asleep because they stay up until 3 o'clock in the morning, 4 o'clock in the morning watching TV or playing guitar or whatever. And then, you know, I don't see them the rest of the day. It's like we have different schedules. Alex goes to sleep at like 4 o'clock in the morning, wakes up at 8 o'clock for school, finishes at 10, goes back to sleep. He might have a 5 o'clock class. It's crazy. Geronimo's on 111 that we hung out at. Huh. I don't remember what that... There was some dive bar that my buddy and I used to go to. I only went there like twice, but... And one of the guys that came out here, who ended up dying, the guy who died from deep vein thrombosis, he was a bartender at this shithole bar that was in like Cathedral City or... maybe it was Palm Springs. I can't remember. How many times? So like 5 times. I always am unclear of how many times it was. I can go back and look at my passport, but it was like 4 or 5 times. I think it was 5. The last trip, I had to pay full price. All the other trips, I paid like fuck all. I mean, one of those trips was like $100, another was like 50, another was 300, because I was doing the air courier service thing back then, that was a pretty good deal. I think you look at Polo Express and it's Polo Express Courier, and I think it's completely changed the whole way that they do things, the system, because of the technology, you know. But back then, it meant a cheap flight. If you could fly in a matter of hours or days, it was a cheap way to travel, and you could go all over the world. But I wanted to come to Thailand. Me, I want to come Thailand because Thailand, I love you too much. I gotta stop doing that. It comes way too easy. Anyway, maybe that was Geronimo's. Do you know the Ice House? I saw missing persons, and I saw flock of seagulls at the ice house. Or chillers, that's what it was called, chillers. I think that's in Palm Springs. That was like when Sonny Bono was like the mayor and stuff like that. That was around that time. Crazy, man. I think about that and I'm like, I'm thinking like a chowderhead. Well, stop it. You're not allowed. No chowderhead thoughts allowed. Crazy, man. I think about back then. That's before I came here and all the shit that led up to me coming here. And you know, the thing is I had an opportunity to. The guy who I was working for he was a nice guy, man. I learned a lot from him. A nice older guy. You know, I was in my 30s and he was 65 or so. And apparently he had his retirement money set aside, but he liked the whole aspect of business and the money and seeing the money go up and not go down and just winning at it. And you know, I learned a lot from the guy, but he eventually ended up with a heart problem, and then he just one day said, I'm done. So we all thought, oh, well, you know, that's it. We're going to have to find a job somewhere else. And then somebody came in at the last minute after I had bought the customer list for $500. Somebody came in and said, well, I bought the business. Do you want to work for me? And I didn't trust the guy and I didn't like him. So I said, no. And he wanted me to work for him. He was like, you know the customers, we need you, blah, 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 blah. And I go, you know, no thank you. I think I'll just go it on my own or whatever, which is, you know, kind of par for the course. I was like, nah, I'd rather make less and work on my own than work for you and make more. And so that's what I did. Why did I come to Thailand? I wanted adventures, man. I wanted a life. I didn't want to just sit in a freaking office all day. You know, it was nice to make money because the money was good. You know, if you're a broker at just about anything, if you're good at it, you can make money at it. I mean, you make a fair amount of money. And I was brokering printing, and I had all these customers already, so it was... You know, it was good money, man. I had a casino at the time that was, you know, they were part of the customer base, a Cabazon band of Mission Indians. And so I would make money. I would just get, you know, the carbonless, they needed carbonless forms for when they, like when they made deposits, when they paid out money. So they constantly used them and they had to be numbered. And that's expensive to number, especially on carbonless stuff, right? And so I had these places that specialized in it, and I would just send it out for them, find out when it would come back. I knew the price, and I made a bundle off of those. I mean, I was making hundreds of dollars for basically just turning. I would like send the artwork to the place, like in a overnight envelope or through a courier, and then they would do the stuff up and then ship it back. T-Credot, I don't know what the fuck you're talking about. And you know, the thing is, I was making really good money, but I had this girlfriend, and we were going out all the time and going to nice restaurants and eating good food. You know, it was basically, you know, the more you make, the more you spend. But I still was doing pretty good. But then I just thought to myself, what am I gonna, man? What the hell? What is this? I'm sitting here all day long, and you know, I got my own little thing going on, and it's pretty good, and I can't complain too much. But I'm with a chick I don't want to get married to, and I'm not like, you know, it's not like we're gonna, you know, it's not like we're madly in love with each other or anything. And I just thought, what am I doing? And I talked to this guy who had been going. He worked in a fish shop down the there was a little a row of shop houses, and his place had all these fish that they did two different things. They sold fish that went into aquariums, and they would set up all the hotels with fish that were put into aquariums, and then they also sold fish that they got from the docks to the restaurants as well. And so I would see this guy walking around. We did printing for him, and I did printing for him. And so I saw this guy. He started telling me about Indonesia and how wonderful Indonesia was, and you got to go to Bali. And he had bought some furniture, shipped it back, and then he sold it, and he made enough money to pay for the whole trip, and then he had some money left over, and he was doing this kind of stuff all the time. And he's like, you should try it. Unfortunately, at the time, I was living next to a woman who was Indonesia who I didn't really like. She irritated me for some reason. She wasn't the greatest looking woman, and she just irritated me. She was, imagine that. I didn't see myself being with that kind of a woman. I was like, well, if this is Indonesia, And I, trained in Muay Thai, so I knew about Thailand, and then I had been going to Holland, and they had been telling me, the Netherlands, they had been telling me to, you should go to Thailand. So I started thinking about it. I thought, maybe I'll go to Thailand, and then, if I don't like it, I'll go to Indonesia and see what that's like. And then I came, and I liked it, I may have settled for 3 months, a year, holiday, not bad. Well, it might actually be better than just living here. I don't know. Depends on what happens in the future. I don't know. I mean, like I say, there are things I just do not like about this place. And, but for the most part, those are minuscule compared to the things that I like, I mean, I don't know how to say it, and I'm very comfortable here. That's the other thing. I don't know that I would be comfortable back in the United States now. I've grown comfortable here. It's like I'm comfortable with my kids. I'm comfortable with my wife. They know me. I know them. Oh, shit. Well, it depends on where you live. That's the other thing. Janara, if you come here and you want to be single, or you want to be with a, you want to have just a girlfriend, and maybe she's working part-time or something, or she's not working and you're hanging out with her, and there's no reason why you can't, live somewhere like Hua Hin or Koh Samui or, some other island, or some place on the, Krabi or something like that, somewhere near the ocean or up in the mountains. There's no reason why you couldn't live somewhere like that, which is quite a bit different from Bangkok, as far as the environment. You're going to have to do what you have to do here as far as insurance, money, all that other kind of stuff. As long as you do that, then it's relatively easy to live here. If you don't do that, or you don't want to, or it's a pain in the ass, or you don't have the money, or you don't have the, whatever it is, you're missing some component of it, then forget about it. It's a pain in the ass. But for most people, if they decide to live here, and I'm talking about live here, whether it's part-time, 6 months out of the year, say Soy Dog Cowboy, he commits. He's committed, He goes ahead and he gets a place, or somebody gets a place for 6 months or something. So you spend the summers there, and then you spend the winters in Thailand. There's no reason why you can't go to 3 different places. You go to the U.S. for 4 months out of the year, Thailand for 4 months, maybe one other place for a month, and then for Europe for 3 months or something. There's no reason why you can't do that. Why not? Do what you want to do, man. Shit, if I had it my way, first of all, the kids and the wife makes everything exponentially more expensive. So you got to think about that. If you got other people to think about and they're not working, then you got to think about, well, you got to feed them, and they got to be comfortable. And what are they doing with their lives? So that's something. When the kids get older, maybe that will change things a little bit for us. I've already said, you know, we've already thought about like, well, maybe we could live somewhere, you know, close enough to Bangkok where we could live somewhere on the beach or whatever, and even the kids could live with us if they weren't in school, and if they're not, they, you know, we'll figure something else out. There's all kinds of ways to take care of these things, you know, to live here. It is nice to visit some places rather than live there, yes. Get less jaded. Janara, there are a lot of women under the radar who would be a good catch. Lots of single nurses. Yeah, I mean, listen, that's something that I may be talking about that more in the future because somebody has asked me to do that. I don't want to talk about it too much right now, but I will talk about it a little bit more. But for the most part, I think it's important that you know the culture. And I don't just mean you know the culture like you've been here 2 or 3 months. That's why I always say you need like a year. Learn a little bit of Thai. Learn some of the culture. Don't just pay some chick who speaks English and think, you know, oh, well, I know about Thailand now. No, you don't. You're a dumb fuck. That's what you are. You're a fuckwit. If you really think that, you know, you've come here for 2 or 3 months or 6 months and you just pay for your girls and then, oh, I know all about Thailand. You know enough to get yourself shot in the head. Really, you know enough to get beat up by some moto drivers or something like that. You know enough to get you in trouble, you know? So the first thing, and I think Jim would probably concur with this, is you need to be able to communicate one way or the other, and you need to know the culture. So give it 6 months, give it a year. Don't commit, don't get too serious, have some fun, you know. And then after a little while, decide, do you want to get involved with somebody? Because getting involved with somebody is not that difficult. If you find out you made the wrong choice and then getting rid of them, that could be a bit difficult, you know. So there's all these little things you need to process when you come here. And, you know, the culture shock alone, it takes a couple of months to get over. You know what I'm saying, Gennaro? I miss Thailand and missing it, if that makes any sense. Sure, it makes sense. Good to make Thai friends who are normal working people away from the tourists here. Yeah. I mean, you know, I know at any time there are a few places where I don't know I'd call them friends because I don't really have a lot of time to like hang out with a bunch of people that are Thai. Sometimes with my wife and her friends or, you know, family or something like that. But there are enough people I know around town and I know in places that I trust that I could, if I needed some input from somebody different than say my family and, well, my family and her friends, I know enough people, and there are a couple people, if I really wanted to, I could go to them. But, you know, this is the other thing, like, I've been here a long time, and so I really don't need a lot of help from people anymore, you know, and if I do, that's what my family's for. Can you hear me, Gennaro? I say, boy, listen to me when I'm talking. I said, hey, boy, listen to me when I'm talking to you. I gotta listen to that. I have to listen to that cartoon again to try to copy it. But that's. I said, hey, boy, listen to me when I'm talking to you. And then what's so funny is that little chick is that he's so smart that Foghorn can't match wits with him. Foghorn Leghorn, isn't that what it is? Well, we're gonna end up doing a 4-hour stream today. You know that? Why not? It's the last day of the month. It's Halloween, and you know I'm not wearing a mask. I've had enough of masks. I've worn enough masks. Easy Rider. for the name of a boat. Easy Rider. That might be good. Might just be EZY. I don't know. Although that sounds a little too rapish for me. I like Easy Rider. I do like that. I'll put that up in the names, in the potential, in the next 5, which I'll put up today. Can somebody tell me which name is winning, which 2 names, rather, in the order that they're in, are winning in the list of 5 for the second list of 5? Last I remember it was Daddy Bear and I think Same. I don't know. I know Chowderhead is far in the lead from list number 1. I already decided on the channel, the morning show. This is Thailand. Simple, easy to remember, short, good enough. I could name it something Tiger, like, I don't know, the something Tiger, or I don't know. I mean Tiger as in Tiger. Don't use the play on words. You know, I went to Nicaragua, I don't know how many years ago. Malin set sail up Schitt's Creek, up Schitt's Creek without a paddle. What are you talking about? You talking about the photo? What does Chowderhead mean? It basically means an idiot. But look at there's a little button down, or link down below, that you can click on the t-shirts, the merchandise. And if you click on that, you can go down and, because I don't remember the exact definition of it. But I have a shirt that says Chowderhead, and it has the definition, the exact definition. What's wrong with the guy's head on your website? You're talking about the Cambodian guy who, I think it's some kind of a swollen brain encephalitis, I forget exactly what the phrase for it is. But yeah, that was a little bit of an ordeal photographing him. And I did give him some money, which, I'm not usually real keen on just giving somebody money for a photo. Like if in here in Thailand, it's like you start to get ready to take a photo of them, they go, "Oh, you'll give me 100 baht." And it's like, you're standing out here on the street. I can take a photo of you, but out of politeness, I just don't take their photos if they don't want me to. Just because I don't want somebody doing that to me. If I'm out in public and I say, I don't feel like right now I don't look good, I don't feel good, I don't want you taking my photo, whatever the reason is. So I'll respect that. But he was a little bit of a different story. Because he was sitting there with, he had a minder, some guy that was helping him, get around and everything. And when I saw him, I just went, oh shit, man. And I think I gave him $5, and then I go, hey man, can I take your photo? And he's like, okay. And then I gave him another 5. And I don't know if I could get his, if I could find him again. I'd like to. But you know what? I was watching a movie the other day. I think it was called Same but Different, or something like that. That was the name of the movie. It was about this German guy who falls in love with some girl, and she was a prostitute. She didn't want to be one. She was poor. She contracted HIV. but he loved her, and I guess he's still with her. I don't know. But in the movie, they show this little bar, and they walk in, and there's this little tiny guy. He's like this, and he's no bigger than a foot and a half or 2 feet tall. He's got arms about this big. That guy is a real guy who used to sit in front of Martini Bar. He used to sit on a skateboard, and you would, I don't mean to laugh, but you would walk into the place, into Martini. You would go into Martini's, and it was basically just an open place under a kind of like a tin roof. But you'd go in there, and people would be drinking, and they had music on and stuff. And all of a sudden, you'd walk through the door, and you'd go, "Hey!" You'd hear, "Hey, hey you, hey, hello, hey you," and you'd be like, and if you have to look down on the ground, and there'd be this guy just sitting there. He's either on his ass or he's on like a little skateboard thing. And that guy was in the movie. I go, "Hey, I remember that guy." When I saw the movie, I was like, "Wow, yeah." Anyway, Chowderhead is also a term of endearment for Bostonians. Well, I believe that when I heard it, it was from somebody who was from Boston. I don't remember for the life of me. I don't remember who it was, where I heard it. It might have been in a movie, but maybe, the thing is that I used to go out. Well, I lived with her. This Portuguese girl, many, many years ago. I mean, this is 35 years ago. And she was from Taunton, from Boston. I might have got it from her. I don't remember, to be honest. I have to think about that. It's like trying to rifle through your old records, the old records in your brain, and trying to come up with the right file. It's very difficult for me to go back that far and go, was she the one? Because she might have been. She might have been the one who said that. Anyway, at this point, it doesn't really matter where it came from. How do you explain Chowderhead to a Thai person? Oh, it's a stupid person? So you're on a boat called the stupid person? And to be honest, like, things like Mipe and Rye, Sabai Sabai, those are almost too generic, I was in Bangkok train years ago, saw this guy with no legs on a piece of wood begging for money. The guards carried the poor bugger off. Yeah, it's a problem, It can be a problem. And where was the Philippines. The Philippines was a place where I would go and have something to eat, and people were banging on the window because they wanted you to give them money or whatever. And the people in the restaurants, they used to get pissed because, they didn't want their customers getting bothered. Cliche. Touche. Cliche. I'm thinking, should I get a Texas chicken burger today? Texas chicken. Or maybe I'll get the Mexicana. I don't know. I don't know if that's fitting for the diet right now. I'm trying to cut back and, I'm sore as shit still. But it's a good sore. Anyway, how many people we got here? Well, we have a fair amount of people. Listen, do me a favor if you would be so kind and leave a thumbs up. And don't forget to subscribe if you haven't done so already. I'd appreciate that. That is what I saw when I was a child in the 80s and 90s. What's that? People getting carted off like that? how was your walk this morning? It was quite good. It was good. You know, it's hot out, but it's all about the perspective, you know. It's always hot here, but when you walk, you know, when you walk out in the heat and you start breaking a sweat, it feels good, you know. So you have to get past that little laziness, because I have that, you know. You should go to Ripley's, believe it or not. I don't know if they do, and I haven't been there in a while. The last time I went there, well, I'm not going to get into that, but yeah, I've been there before, and it's not something I want to do. There is a place I'm going to go, I think this week, maybe with Longhorns, around Chinatown, that I don't believe you guys have seen, and a lot of people don't know about. So that should be interesting. But everything's up in the air right now. Why? Why do I need water? I have water. I already had the bananas this morning. I'm not eating for another half hour. There you go, Monash. That one was for you. You know, a couple days ago, Monash, I was looking something up about. A couple days ago, I was looking up something about something about rafting in like, I don't remember where the hell it was now, but it was something about rafting, and somehow I clicked through a couple of the pages, and the next thing I know, I click on this. It was actually because of this guy. I think his name is Brett. The guy I said before, Brett something or other. Shit, I can't even remember his name. The Aussie who he kayaked like 2,000 kilometers around Africa, the coast of Africa. He wanted to do 4,000, but for whatever reason he didn't make it. And I clicked on one of these links that he had written something, and up popped Monash University. And I was like, oh, Stephen Monash must be looking over my shoulder right now. You mentioned people not wanting to be photographed. While randomly filming on a walking shoot with Patia Bob, some Bargo confronted me telling me I shouldn't be filming. Well, you know, if you're not filming her, she doesn't need to worry about it. It's none of her business. But if you're filming her, like for me, just the way that I look at it from photography, is if you're filming a person and they really don't want to be photographed, why do you want to photograph them? You know, especially here, you don't want to cause any problems. And, you know, sometimes I take exception with it, like when I'm trying to photograph, and I've done this before and they got pissed, photographing shark fins. I've done it 5 or 6 times where I went to restaurants and I photographed. You know, they got pissed off, and I was like, what are you going to do? A good place to go eat? I mean, the food court. I mean, you know, there's all kinds of places. Food court. I don't want any curry. Coco Ichiban, no. Food court for Thai food. I mean, you know, there's all kinds of places. But I'm not hungry. So, you know, kind of defeats the purpose. I know you want me to walk around or whatever, I guess, but I don't feel like it. And, you know, I don't even know what I would eat if I feel like, you know, if I did feel like eating, I don't know what I would eat. Seriously, dude, you need to get some food, water, etc. in you because you have... What? What are you talking about? Because you have been drinking? I haven't been drinking shit. What are you talking about? I've been drinking water. What are you talking about? I have no idea what you're talking about, really. Seriously, dude, are you talking to me? You talking to me? Stop worrying about me, okay, please. Moodang, yeah. Moodang. I could have some hoi tod. I could have some pad thai. I could have some roti. I like the roti. You could have some khao man gai. Khao man gai sounds pretty good, actually. You know, it's the thing. I don't know what I want. And I'm not really that hungry. Because you have been drinking. Drinking what? What are you so worried about it for? Why do you want me to do all this? Really? First of all, I haven't been drinking like alcohol. Second of all, I'm not that hungry. Third of all, what's the, you know, I don't understand what your point is. That you're freaking me out, man. Like what's this overly there's all this concern for? Or relax, get some water and piss while we... Who says I'm not relaxed right now? You've been live streaming in my background for a few hours. Well, what do you want me to say? I don't know. Alvin, what's going on, man? Long time no see. How you doing? How's things with you? The other thing is I'm sitting here, I don't have to wear my mask. I start walking around the mall, I need to wear a mask. I don't want to wear a mask. Who wants to wear a mask? Yes, it's been a bit of a long while. North America's a nightmare. Well, yeah, I'm not there. Hang on one second here. I need to check something here. I have time. I have energy. I mean, I feel like, are you prodding me to go to the rap god or something? I don't want to go to the rap god. I don't need food that bad. And you know what? I'm in one of these nice... comfortable Starbucks chairs. I can't get much more relaxed than that. What's popping in Bangkok? Well, Bangkok will start allowing booze to be sold at restaurants starting tomorrow, which is great. It's good for business. Let's put all this nonsense behind us and move forward. Dead. It's dead. I gotta think, where do I want to go with a phone in my hand with no tripod to hold on to it with? Tikradot, are you drunk today? Be honest. The bars and nightclubs and entertainment venues are not open. Now, those that have a restaurant license will be open, but I don't know of any because I don't really hang out there. But there are places around that, you know, you can have your fun. Trying to think, what can I do? Where can I go right now? Well, no thank you. What's the crake, everyone? The crake? What's that mean? Is that Scottish, Irish, British kind of comment? Crake? What's the crake? What's a C-R-A-I-C? What is that? Niall, do you still have your beard? I'm curious. Since I haven't seen you in a while. Do you still have your beard, or did you shave it off and is it gone for good? I don't even know. What are you talking about, Tikradot? You're making no sense tonight. This morning. If you're honest about WAP song, what's a WAP song? I don't know what the hell you're talking about. Top of the morning to you, sir. Top of the morning, mate. Lad. Top of the morning to you, lad. Pronounced crack. Means fun. I gotcha. Yeah, I don't understand. I think he's been drinking tonight. It must be, Saturday night. He's tipped back a few ales. Like that other guy. What was his name? Pebble Smash or something like that? Oh, God. Well, I think what I'm going to do right now is I need to go get some more money because I only pulled out a couple hundred baht. I need to go pull a couple hundred baht more. You just got your second jab. Actually, on my to-do list is to call and see about my booster because in order to get into the United States, I believe I'm going to need it. Although I don't want to get it unless I absolutely need to. I don't see the point, to be honest, at this point. I've already got 2 shots. I'm good to go. Anyway, time to move forward. Oh, yeah, your beard. You still got a beard, Niall? Hello, mate. What do they say? In London? I can't keep all of them straight now, I don't even feel American anymore sometimes. Oh, they say it's gone. Smooth as a baby's ass these days. Really? Wow. I've been tempted a few times to shear it all off, but it's starting to come in kind of thick. And I want to at least get it to the point where I can go to a decent barber shop and have them, you know, make my beard look beautiful. Choke D, Mr. Joe. I was gonna say hello, love, but hello, mate. I think that would be better. Get a grip, Aerosmith on WAP, Cardi B. Yeah, see, I don't... Dude, you're talking a fucking foreign language to me. Cardi B, I know her name because I hear her name thrown about, and because she basically told people fuck off about cancel culture, being PC or whatever. I don't know one of her songs. Not one. For that matter, I don't remember any of Lisa's songs. I don't know any of... I know one song of Katy Perry, I Kissed a Girl, because, you know, it's got those lesbian connotations. Other than that, you know, I have grown out my hair as well as grown a beard. Took hates the beard. Yeah, my wife doesn't really like it. And I told her, I'm going to have it like Kingsley Holgate. It's going to be out to here like this. It's going to be Santa Claus, Kingsley Holgate type beard. Watch the I'm F'd video. I'm not watching any of her shit. I'm not watching her. I don't give a shit about her music. Or, what's that other guy? Not Vanilla Ice, but, what's the new guy? The guy that Conor McGregor almost got into a fight with. I'm not watching any of these douchebags. You know, I say that jokingly, but I can't watch that music. Shit makes my fucking spine tingle. Makes my skin crawl. Took likes when you are clean shaven. Yeah, you see? Yeah, Machine Gun Kelly. Oh, he's a badass. Yeah, sure. I don't think he realized that, like, if Conor McGregor really, you know, if they stepped into, like, any area where there was room to fight, Machine Gun Kelly, he would make him his bitch. He would make him his baby. I think some people, they don't really know that a guy, listen, he's lost, okay, he hasn't done well lately. He might even be a little over the hill. Maybe the money has affected him. Whatever you wanna say, however you want to put it. Look at what Anderson Silva did to Tito Ortiz. I mean, and Tito Ortiz he still can fight. If you got into a fight with him on the street, he's going to annihilate you. He's going to do whatever he wants to you. I don't think some people realize, you know. Now, if you're, you know, 280 pounds, 300 pounds, and you're solid muscle, and you're, you know, an athlete, truly an athlete, and your sheer size might help you. But for the most part, some guy who's 220 and all muscle, and he knows what the hell he's doing, is going to beat the piss out of the guy. Doesn't matter how big he is or small he is. So, you know, I don't know how we got on that, but I guess it's the whole Cardi B. I have no idea what her music sounds like. All I know is if it ain't rock and roll, I don't want to hear it. Be back in a bit if the stream is still going. It ain't going to be going more than another 5 minutes. But thanks for coming in, Jim. We'll talk. We will talk. These days, every hit has about 4 producers, 3 songwriters, 6 collaborators, 1 guy on deck. In the 70s, hit songs had 1 producer, 1 songwriter, 1 composer, 1 singer, and a band of musicians. Yeah, I just want to hear the music. Think about, have you ever... Now listen, I don't particularly like every song that Creedence Clearwater made. But I like a few of them. I like, you know, half a dozen of them. Susie Q, Fortunate Son, Proud Mary. You know, I like half a dozen of her songs. You can go on and, what's his name? Was it Fogerty? John Fogerty? He's got a YouTube channel. He just plays with a guitar. And he sings one of, you know, some of his old songs. That's a musician That's somebody who has talent. To me, all right, I'm not saying that some of these people don't have talent. They might. But I think there's a lot more manufactured talent out there now than in the old days. You know, you want to know if somebody's got talent? Let them sing a cappella and see how well they sing. See how well they sing, you know, see how well they do and how they sound, and see if they're still a big star after that. You know, it's really, I mean, you know, it's about preferences and what people like, but I'm not into that stuff. I didn't particularly like house music either, but you know, when I was in Amsterdam, and well, actually it wasn't Amsterdam, it was, I'm thinking of Breda, in the south of the Netherlands. You know, there were house plays, they were playing house music all the time. I had no clue who was playing the music, but I liked some of it. So I'm not saying I might not like, you know, I wouldn't like some of her music, but for the most part, I like to stick with my kind of groups, my music. And, you know, even now, it's like some of the groups are 10 years old. Some of the music I like by the Killers is 10 years old. And Nicholas is like, yeah, I like the Killers, but I like their newer stuff. You like the old stuff. I'm like, I like all their stuff. But, you know, to him, 10 years ago was a long time. It's old. Anyway, we got to get out of here. We're at 4 hours now, all right? It's been a fun little stream, fun little chat. I may take the day off tomorrow. I don't know. I may not. Tomorrow is the grand opening of Thailand, November 1st. Grand opening without the quarantine if you're fully vaccinated. Might be interesting. I don't know. To me, it's probably going to seem the same. We'll see how many people start coming in. I will be seeing Longhorns and probably Jono later this week. And then, as I said earlier, Longhorns and I should be heading down to Pattaya this week. So maybe I'll be streaming. Maybe I'll be shooting a little video, doing some walk-arounds or whatever in Pattaya. See what it's like down there. It might be fun. And I may be hooking up with Pattaya Bob if he's available. Carlos, I know that Longhorns wants to talk to Carlos. And yeah, so we got some things crack-a-lacking, popping. A visit to Kosi Beach. I will be handing out candy. My neighbor has a lot of trick-or-treaters. See you next week. Well, have fun with that. We don't do that stuff here. You know, it just doesn't happen. But anyway, I appreciate everybody coming in. I appreciate all the support. Thank you for making this month such a good month. It's a very, very good month. I believe I'm going to hit the second highest level in the numbers since I've started. 8.5 years. So that's pretty good. I'm pretty happy with that. Yeah, what else can I say? Stay tuned. Who knows what's coming next? Even I don't really know. You know, that's what I like. So thank you. Thank you, Mr. Minash. Thank you, everybody. My two-butt Joe, you're always welcome. All right? Everybody else, keep coming back. Leave a thumbs up. Subscribe. Do everything you want to do. Be happy. Take the risk. Fuck it. You only got one life, you know? You might as well live it. What does the shirt say? Life's an adventure. Live it. All right? I'll talk to you guys later. Choke D, jerk and Mai. I'm in Bangkok. I'm Scott. I'm an American in Bangkok. Jerkin the Gherkin.